The essence of Ramadan, spirituality or spending. For most Muslims, with the name of Ramadan comes the impression of shopping and eating in their minds. People celebrate the month of Ramadan as a festival. The month of fasting is held high as the month of feasting and shopping. In today's modern world, where the real meaning of everything seems changing, love, humanity, kindness, and sympathy, so has the essence of Ramadan completely changed in the eyes of Muslims. It is noticed that most people at the beginning of this month are very excited and enthusiastic. They look very specific about the significance and sacredness of the holy month. Fasting generously offers spiritual opportunity to the believers, such as 5 times of prayer on time, long prayer known as Taraweeh, and avoiding all types of forbidden acts. But as soon as the 6th or 7th day of Ramadan approaches, the interest, respect, and the spirituality appear to be fading slowly. Most people just start returning to their previous routine. In most Muslim houses, the shadow of Ramadan can be perceived through their iftar preparation only. Perhaps for many people, the month of Ramadan is just a focus on eating, sleeping, and shopping. It seems that nowadays Ramadan is transforming from a religious month to a cultural or social event. People fast just because most people around them are fasting. The most common site of activity during this month is that people indulge in overload and extravagance of shopping. Men and women shop whole day and night as if the month of Ramadan is not for fasting and worshipping, but for shopping. New malls and shops are open. Exclusive and attractive advertisements are made to attract customers. Special offers are given to consumers. The streets are filled with beautiful and attractive food stalls. People just keep on buying everything and anything. Many families look worried about their budget as if it is the month of spending. They rush to market as if everything is free of cost, though the price during Ramadan is usually doubled. One of the shopkeepers once told me that they cannot earn the whole year the amount they earn only during Ramadan. In many Muslim houses, the first 15 days of Ramadan are focused on eating and preparing different varieties of foods. The days are spent in throwing iftar parties and the nights in shopping and partying. And the next valuable 15 days are utilized in deciding and searching on what to wear on the day of Eid al-Fitr. Men and women search malls to malls and shops to shops for the unique trendy dress. Most women focus on the thought that they are to have a dress that nobody has, and for this their hunt goes on till the end. Still, they complain they could not find something new in the market. Perhaps we have seen that the main topics for discussion during the whole month of Ramadan is what else have you prepared for iftar? Oh, how many varieties of meals are you cooking today? And which type of dress and jewelry are you planning to buy for this Eid? Spiritually, Ramadan is not only about keeping ourselves away from food and drink, it is also about developing self-control over our basic desires. It is believed that if a person can control his or her desires over food and other things, he or she can develop control over every aspect of his or her life. Ramadan is to purify our inner soul from all worldly pleasures. During this month, we must try to learn to be enduring, blissful, and pleased with what God the Most High has given. Instead, we see people searching markets for food, clothes, and other unnecessary things. Shopping does not only waste our money, but our precious time as well. The time which we must utilize in worshiping, praying, pleading, and asking for forgiveness from hellfire. We waste this whole valuable and virtuous month in shopping and chasing other objects of worldly desires. Ramadan is truly a school of personal training for all the Muslims around the world. The holy month is to train ourselves to refrain from the essentials of life. It needs a strong personality to command self-control, self-discipline, and self-restraint. Thus, fasting cultivates self-control and helps overcome greediness, self-indulgence, anger, arrogance, and other ethical acts. The holy Ramadan is an annual training month to revive Muslims for carrying out their duties towards God the Almighty. Since fasting during Ramadan is a vital worship in Islam, so it provides a great platform to gain self-control, modesty, devotion, humbleness, kindness to poor, submission to the Most High, and victory in the hereafter. Especially during the last treasured 10 days of Ramadan, people are crowded more in shops than at the door of mosques. We should strive to stay up at least on the odd-numbered nights of the last 10 days, known as Laylatul Qadr. It is the most blessed night of the year. The night of Laylatul Qadr is better than 1,000 months. Surah Al-Qadr, the 3rd ayah. This means the worship accomplished during this night brings more reward than the worship carried out for the period of 1,000 months. Thus, instead of wasting the precious nights of Laylatul Qadr shopping for Eid, availing concessions, and chasing new trends, one should strive and do one's utmost to gain the mercy of the Lord, especially in the odd-numbered nights of the last 10 days. Apparently, this month is here to teach us patience, persistence, and tolerance. In addition, during this month, we must limit worldly livelihoods and increase devotion and supplications. It is better to focus on the life of the hereafter and rush to perform righteous deeds that will make us successful in the hereafter. We should remind ourselves that we can shop, eat, and rest all year long. Ramadan is not going to be here forever. Some years back, Muslims were very curious and concerned on celebrating fasting with their families, relatives, and friends. Now we see an altered trend. Most people go abroad to a new place to celebrate their last days of Ramadan, including Eid al-Fitr. Perhaps the last precious 10 days of the month, which should be utilized in keeping ourselves from worldly greed and desires, are sadly spent in exploring new places, innovative malls and shops, new hotels, different foods and cultures. Fasting is a means of spiritual training for the Muslim in this world, which helps him control and restrain his desires as well as uplift his rank in the sight of God the Almighty. It opens a door of paradise for him, from which he can enter. Therefore, it is better to focus on the things and food we need rather than the stuffs and things we want. Hence, it is time to think about how to control our earthly desires, to eat moderately, and to earn the enormous rewards of Ramadan with extra hours of worship during the day and night. It is time we aspire to sincere devotion during the months of mercy and not be carried away with an obsession, greed, and self-indulgence in shopping. Indeed, the blessings of the Most High are innumerable, but fortunate are those who acquire them and honor them as significant.